What's up? Welcome to Marriage Unmastered. It's your girl Sherelle, and I'm here with my husband, Mr. OD.
You know it. What's up, y'all? What's up?
What up, Hen?
What's going on, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know,
Good.
I can't complain. I actually cannot complain. I can't complain. Been feeling good. How are you feeling?
I can't complain. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day weekend. You know,
You always make me feel special.
I tried to. Shout out to all the mothers out there.
Shout out to all you mamas.
We can't express how much joy and love to you in just one day, but you know, we want to take this time out to celebrate you on one day at least, you know. So I hope you all had a wonderful time with your family and everything.
I feel like Mother's Day is like my birthday though. It's like not just one day.
I think every day is your birthday.
Right. So I feel like Mother's Day
You don't
should
let
be like
anybody
pretty consistently
down with that.
happening throughout the week.
Yeah, you're gonna make
the
sure you
year,
get
the
all
whole
the
year.
gifts, all the presents.
All the things.
Yeah, every day, not just Mother's Day.
Yes.
Daily, weekly, payday,
Yes.
birthdays,
Yes.
vacation.
Yes. Sherelle Day.
Oh my gosh, Sherelle Day. Yo, that's a real good idea. Honestly, if husband. Okay.
I'm agreeing.
I
What's the problem
I
with
know.
me?
I just want you to agree in silence, not with your yeah. See how you do. Anyway, like I was saying, I think that every wife should have whatever your name day is. So Sherelle Day. When is? Why you quiet now?
I'm in silence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a Sherelle Day, but it can't be like every week. And it can be every month. It's like maybe quarterly or something like that.
Why can't it be weekly and monthly?
I think you take the fun out of it if it's.
Who takes the fun out of it? Oh, Lord. The fun will be in it for me. I think the fun will never lose its vibrance.
What? Sherelle, you wild.
I don't know.
Anyway, back to what you were saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't even know. You took it and you went your way with it.
I was
don't
trying.
even know.
I had a route I was going, and you throw me off like you normally
You
do.
took it over. Don't say I normally do anything. You literally, I was saying what I was saying, which I can't even remember now. And then you jumped in with all your things. Okay, cut the...
That's not how that happened.
Cut it, Henry, cut it.
Anyway, what we got for today? Talk to me. How you feeling?
So today we're gonna kind of expand off of last week when we were talking about roles and what I really, we had talked about the beginning of the season, how we wanted to talk about normalizing happy marriages and what that looks like, because everybody's relationship is different and everybody's definition of happy is different. And I would even like to push forward to say, is striving for happiness on a daily basis like overkill?
I don't think so. I don't think it's overkill striving for happiness. I do want to like differentiate happiness and joy, because I think happiness is like temporary. Like I can do something and it makes you happy
In the moment.
And then you can be like, all right, what's next? Or what else? But I can do something else that brings you joy and you're like, it's a different feeling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. I think I get it.
So for me, I would try to shoot for whatever brings you joy.
But I'm not talking about bringing me or bringing you. I'm saying
Like in our marriage,
what
like
a happy marriage, the definition or the model of what that is, right? Because I think, especially in the era of time that we live in, where everything is in your face, right? And you see all these different couples posted. and this really came from, I'm going to make y'all laugh. So Henry and I, because of the podcast, have become content creators by default, right? So it's not like something we ever like sought out to do, or it was on our list of things. It's like, because we needed to promote the podcast, of course we had to start to utilize social media.
We had to level up a little bit.
So in doing so, we went through these phases of how we decided to put ourselves out there, because we're also still trying to make sure that we maintain a very healthy level of privacy, even though we're doing this, right? So we have this one video that literally one day we were like, yo, throw on this black shirt, sit on the couch, and let's just look at each other for a minute. And then that video has gone viral.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10, 20, 30, 40 times. Like it has, and all we do is just change the message and use the same video. So some of the comments that we get from people though, and it's this one video that took 1 minute of our day 3.5 years ago, but we still use this video. And we get comments like, they're actors. They're not even real people. No, they're just pretending to be happy, or is this a real marriage? Like we get crazy comments off of this one. Now I don't even think it was a whole minute. It might have been like 45 seconds.
It's 12 seconds. But then, like on the flip side, we'll get stuff like that forehead kiss, like the way he rubbed that thigh. Like you'll get stuff like that, and people be really into it and happy and be like, thank y'all for showing us what real marriage and what real love looks like.
And so do y'all get what we're saying? It took 12 seconds of our 11-year marriage. And from that, the feelings that have been evoked from this video is like, that 12 seconds does not define. Like what we do with that 12 seconds, however, right? So we've taken that 12 seconds and we've used it to promote thoughtful marriage moments, I guess. Right?
Yeah. So I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
You only need just a little bit, right, to put out there to show what you want or what you want your marriage to be. It don't take all of that. It's just a little effort.
But that's what we are showing. That's what we've decided to share, right? But that does not define in what makes our marriage happy.
So what makes
I'm saying?
Our marriage happy?
So what makes our marriage happy, in my opinion?
In your opinion?
Is every single day we wake up and decide we are going to do this together. We are going to be true partners. We partner like, and we've discussed this. I don't even know how many times. So you might be beating ahead hearing this, but we partner in everything in our marriage. We partner with the kids. We partner with dinner. We partner with cleaning. We partner with this. We're legit true partners. So for me, I think that's what we have kind of set as our standard of happiness, is like being able to be partners. Mm-hmm. But that's not everybody's thing.
Is there a time where you don't want to be my partner?
It depends on what. That's not a fair question. Overall, no, I always want to be your partner. However,
please explain how that's not a fair question.
Because, like, depending on the day, what happened, like, there's times where I'm like, I could. Anyways, I'm not gonna say that out loud. I just feel like that's not a fair question. I am a human being, and I have a plethora of emotions that I go through on a daily basis. And who knows? There may be a day where I just don't feel like being anyone's partner. I just want to be Sherelle's partner. But anyways, the point is, overall, for the most part, 98% of the time, I want to be your partner. Is there a time where you don't want to be mine?
Yes.
Okay, well then what's the problem? Why are you acting all...
Because I can answer it freely and you can't.
That's answered
the problem.
It freely.
No, you didn't.
How I didn't?
You didn't answer it at all. You said it's not a fair question.
But then I answered it. I said 98% of the time.
She answered what she wanted to answer.
I answered how I wanted to answer. Just because it's not the way you feel like it should have come out. And then you went on to say, yes, I don't want to be your partner sometimes.
Because you were being funny, and so
I was not being funny. I was being honest, and you have a problem with my honesty.
No, I don't. I don't have a problem.
Clearly, you do.
I don't have a problem with your honesty.
You clearly have a problem with the way that I express
I have a problem with the lack of giving your answer.
I'm not about to do this because you're about to
You're doing it.
You're about to make me mad, yo. I answered the question. You didn't like how I started my answer, and now you're stuck on that. Get over it. I said 98% of the time, yeah. But like right now, nah, I don't feel like partnering with you because you're aggravating me. So there you go. This is a part of that 2%. When you got to drag something so deep into a hole, like I literally answered the question. This is when I don't feel like being a partner right now in this moment. Perfect example.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Sure.
Anyways, back to normalizing happy marriages somehow. That was like
I don't know if you can
15
normalize
seconds.
a happy marriage. I don't know if you can normalize it.
So what that means is it's saying normalizing the thought of happy marriages, because think about the narrative about marriage over the last, say, decade or maybe 2 decades. Like the narrative about marriages is like 50% of marriages end in divorce. When you get married, it's, you have to suffer through, there's all these things that.
Or when people say, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah. Like.
Or we're married and it's on paper only, but that's it. We don't have stuff like that is like you take the sacredness out of marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think when you take the sacredness out of marriage, you don't give it a chance to grow because you don't respect it enough.
Could be, yeah. So I think so. It's really so normalizing happy marriage is like changing the narrative. I believe more than half, I'd say, at least. I'm pretty optimistic. I want to say 70% of marriages have their own version of what happy is. Mm-hmm. Which means, and what I mean by that is they are in their world making it work, not miserable. They're working together in whatever that looks like. And it doesn't have to look like what the next door neighbor looks like. It doesn't have to look like what their parents look like. It doesn't have to look like what we look like in the 12 seconds on Instagram. Like, but there's this space that they've found that it's working for them. And so when we talk about normalizing happy marriages, it's like normalizing the fact that marriage can be a happy thing. Mm-hmm. Do we argue every single day? Probably at some point in some capacity, but have we over the years learned how to argue? Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. Do we agree on everything? We don't agree on most things probably. Mm-mm. But we do agree on those basic core values.
Yeah.
And those are the things that sustain us. Those foundational, how we raise our children, what we believe in, who our God is. Like, those foundational, how we believe we should treat each other, like how we believe we should communicate. Like that kind of stuff, yes, we agree on.
You've been on the road the last couple episodes. I appreciate your opinion for the podcast. I'll be listening to you. I listen to you.
The last couple episodes? I've been carrying this podcast since we started. I had to.
Yeah, I see what I got to deal with.
But I'm like the last couple episodes. Like
I have to create a space for her to be her. So I guess this is our little space.
What do you? I have to create a space for you to be you.
Where she can. You don't have to create a space for me, sweetie.
Wait.
You don't have.
Yo, first of all, calling me sweetie like that is equivalent to telling me to relax. It's disrespectful.
It shouldn't be.
You cannot say
I
to
gave
me,
you a comment. You didn't like the way I said the comment. So
you
deal with
legit
it.
just said,
So deal
you
with
don't
it.
have to create a space for me, sweetie. Do you feel like that was a kind like remark towards me? Or were you being
I gave an answer.
jerk?
She didn't like the way my answer came out.
Don't try
And so
don't
she
try
has to
to
accept.
turn back. So exactly, that's what
I'm
you
not.
said to
I'm
me.
not turning
That's
back
exactly how you
anything.
did me.
And I said, all right. I fell back. I listened to you. I let you rock. But when it's me, it's a whole thing. I don't get that.
Henry, please stop playing. Like, I cannot take when you start acting like you don't know what's going on. Like,
I know exactly what's going on.
Do not do that.
I just gave you a little energy back.
Yo, the craziest thing this is the part that's really like blowing my mind right now is that this episode is really supposed to be about happy marriages. But I think this is probably good because you can see, even with all this,
we find whatever our happiness is in the midst of this.
there is a foundation of
love,
a foundation of tolerance that we have for one another. That
what a foundation of tolerance. That
sounds crazy. You talk about
crazy.
Love, and you just aggravated me. Like,
a foundation of love, and you say a foundation of tolerance.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because I'm tolerating you right now.
Help me, Lord.
Take a deep breath. Breathe it in, sweetheart. Anyways, so like I said, there's I can't even get through this.
you be.
I can't even get
different.
through this.
I'm gonna help you get. I'm gonna help you get through it. It's all right. Let me hold your hand.
No, I'm good.
You know what?
That's another thing too. Like,
You
don't touch me, yo. Don't touch me if you just like tried to. You don't get to touch me if like you just aggravated me.
Yes, I do.
Huh. I'm just gonna woosah. I'm just gonna woosah.
Woosah for the camera. It's Mother's Day, y'all. Mother's Day weekend. I hope y'all had a good time. Is that our time? I think that is, y'all. Listen, we appreciate y'all for listening to us. Normalize what happiness is in your marriage. Because this right here, whether it's crazy or not, is our happy. It's our space to be who we are. We just different. I don't know. MarriageUnmastered.com, Marriage Unmastered, IG, Facebook, TikTok. We are everywhere. Send us an email. Give us your topics you'd like to hear about us to podcast, and shoot us some love, y'all.
All right. Bye.
Peace.